All right. Make sure this goes live now. Test, test. Test, test. There we go. What's up, people? It's SunLeo V making a debut out here. How's the energy? You know, it's different when you're moving in your purpose, right? Not everybody understands that. Until my brother was live. I appreciate him for the passionate support. That's my friend right there. Right? What's up, brother? So yeah, we in this thing. We in the mix. We gonna see how it goes. We might just do a general read, get this message out. I know I held it up late, so I wouldn't be surprised, but now there you go. What's up, Jorah? How you doing, love? Somebody's awake somewhere, so I'm not even mad at it, right? We could definitely read for you. I'm going to get this collective message out first, and then we'll get into it. Yes, you can. I'm going to give a general for the channel first for everyone who didn't make it, and then we normally just kick things over into questions. So we're going to do exactly that, but hold on to your question. We got you first, all right, Jorah? So tune in. We'll probably get some messages for you, and then we can get into your message proper, right? So thank you for joining us. Shout out. Even this late, we got somebody. I dig it. But yeah, feel free to chime in, brother. Great to have you. As well, Jorah, great to have you. I'm sure we're going to have some good messages come down from Spirit. Coming from the Most High. Thank the Most High, right? Without whom this channel would not be possible. It's everything through Him, through the angels, through the white light. To allow this healing to take place, to occur. It just wouldn't be without. So I hope you're having a good night. Jorah, how you doing tonight? I'm going to dig into messages for collective. What are the messages we have from Spirit for collective? Messages of our highest growth this evening. I was in a bit of a rebellious energy today. Transformation in reverse. Soma coupled with living goddess. All right. Let's cover some energies for collective as well. I want to find out what this is all about. That growth energy. Growing pains is what I'm feeling right now, right? Some things got to change, but sometimes you got to prune the tree in order to see the growth, right? In order to see that fullness of growth. Transformation in reverse here in the past. And I do feel like there's been some issues when it comes to stability or a stability of growth, right? I'm sensing ups and downs with this energy, feeling like something of our foundation or stability has been held back because of a resistance to growth, a resistance to transformation, to changing, letting some things go and allowing ourselves to realize the value that it is that we hold. Something's been making us harder, more concrete, more firm within our resolve, is what I'm sensing with this transformation. It's truly ascension energy that I'm picking up with this soma here. Something about having to make a decision, decision that we didn't want to, a decision to take in some sort of healing or step into our journey or who it is that we've been meant to become. I sense that certain cycles have been necessary, a masterful decision. It's as though we had to make this decision out of self-mastery here. Certain angles representing new cycles of growth, but a new cycle of self over here, allowing us to embark or leave the physical and enter into the spiritual, stepping into our path, our journey, our own way, if you will. I feel like getting out of our way and stepping into a higher realm or higher version of it. All this in order to see mastery, right? We see mastery echo a few times here. It's as though we had to say no in order to say yes. Again, letting go of something that no longer served us and instead serving ourselves. When it comes to this growth and depth of transformation, I feel that the resistance has very much been internal, as though there was something we were holding on to, or something that we were holding on to that was keeping us back from embodying the highest levels of growth that is that we're meant for. What are some more energies here, Spirit? So we have the self and we have strength. Again, this is calling to a spiritual aspect of stepping into a spiritual trust when it comes to the self. Self-reflection is here. I feel as well as manifesting new strength, newfound strength when it comes to stability within our principles, within what we believe, within our path, as well as becoming stronger in self and in our spiritual fortitude here, enabling us a certain spiritual strength coming out of this transformation or self-reflection, realizing what it is that we've been meant to do here in our calling or journey or path. That this transformation has maybe been blocked in some way by a reluctance in the past, or perhaps due to a lack of strength or fortitude when it comes to embarking on a journey alone, when it comes to leading the way, or having the strength to see something within ourselves that perhaps we felt we couldn't do alone, or that we simply needed time and a decision to let something go. in order to see the growth that was necessary to proceed. I feel like this living goddess or high priestess energy going with an intuition or a certain understanding and knowledge of self, understanding the spiritual path that lays ahead, and transforming into taking action when it comes to spiritual progress, or letting go of some type of burden, or releasing some type of barrier, baggage, blockage when it comes to embodying a spiritual quest, leaving the physical behind, allowing ourselves and our spirit to draw from this mastery over self, this decision for self, and this decision towards a spiritual truth, principle, or journey that's allowing us to harness, cultivate this inner strength in order to proceed along the path. Let's pull a few more cards from the tarot. And shout out to the Brother Plus. Appreciate him for making the read. I know it was a late night for him. But we appreciate the support. Hey, you know. We are out here, brother. Hey, I appreciate that. We getting as, wow, we had to step it up. We had to step it up. Show out. Definitely dealing with blockages or some type of reluctance as the cards don't want to shuffle. Again, it's as though we have a certain fix on how things have been, or comfort zone. Wanting to maybe control some type of aspect of how things are instead of going with the flow. Death energy over here with transformation. So I definitely feel like this resonates with an ending, or again, letting something go, cycles closing out. With Selma in relation, I feel like this was again something that had to happen in order to enable a greater growth when it comes to the self. But it's as though this ending here was able to bring about, or is bringing out, some sort of strength, inner growth when it comes to becoming a champion of the self, still rallying behind you or your purpose, your destiny. As though I feel like a part of you may have died within the process. I feel this is only to set up a sort of inner transformation. And maybe this is an aspect of, again, with this self-energy, this self-reflection, perhaps an aspect of loneliness. However, I feel you're being blessed within the realization of self, realizing that you're still on this journey and that you're still meant to proceed with this. I'm getting a phoenix energy, and that a rebirth is taking place here. that this has all come down in divine timing, that something here was meant to happen, that this challenge, this obstacle, this blockage was meant to be released, or had played its natural cause or ran its course. I feel it was something that was not giving to the situation, or was not allowing you to recharge, to be supported, or find fullness within. That something had to be cleared when it came to a connection that no longer served, or an attachment, old way of self, that it was time to let go. Or again had expired. Ace of Swords, Spirit says that's the truth. But as well, this Ace of Swords is encouraging you to take charge, take hold of your ideals, to recognize your inner truth, or that which you know, especially an aspect with this living goddess, with your intuition, an idea that you hold, or the perspective you've maintained is in aspect with your journey, your purpose, your way is crowned in truth. It is this very cycle that you are continuing or rebirthing, picking back up, or reapproaching. Again, I feel this death energy is you continuing on into some sort of transformation of self, to meet or maintain some sort of idea or ideal. However, I feel it's not the one you were hanging on to, but the one that you knew all along. There's an aspect here of wanting something, but being held back by something that was held on to for too long. However, I feel now that the time has come for this ending. The time has also come for this new idea, this new you, this new purpose to surface. That a certain truth is being realized when it comes to you, and you're being called to make the decision to see its success, and to master the dynamic of this inner and outer transformation in order to step into this path of self. That here lies growth of the self as well as the spiritual one. That you are maturing, developing, and evolving. Ten of Cups in reverse. World energy, Page of Wands. I certainly feel as though something has had to be let go here, possibly what we thought was a Ten of Cups situation here, when it comes to ultimate fulfillment, or the idea or notion that somehow this was the key to our growth, or all that was ever possible, or all we had eyes on. However, I feel the energies are mixed in that the perspective or the view was perhaps narrowed and was focused on something that would never last or was never serving to begin with. This is where I feel certain cycles were bounded up, caught in a loop or a knot. And this is where I feel this ending has opened up new opportunities for a decision forward, a decision with self. With the World card here, I feel luck, as well as new cycles, new beginnings, and a certain bare truth has been revealed. That now consistency and courage, serving the intuition and your own humanity, your inner self, is being guided forward within these new cycles. And that destiny is now being called, as though there was something even greater beyond this 10 of Cups in reverse station. That this idea, this new cycle, will bring about greater growth than ever before. And while I feel some of us are afraid that things will always be the way they have been, I truly feel as though things can or will not repeat. That this is why this was divinely timed or fated, to allow you to become unstuck, collective, to clear out this old energy, this old way, in order to unlock these deeper realms of transformation in the inner and outer. With Page of Wands in reverse, I feel something had to give, because someone was not making the right or making a consistent effort here. And while I feel for many of you this was you being blocked in something or an idea, someone that was leaving the situation bound, I feel others of us were out of alignment with perhaps the wrong situations or perspectives that again weren't feeding us that spiritual soma or mana to fuel our journey, that were sapping us of our strength. And so I feel the strength that it took to transform here with this ending has been the spiritual mana of our strength returning through this self-reflection, through experiencing, enabling this spiritual growth and growth of the self, This is where I feel the Ten of Cups energy is re-manifesting through a perspective shift, through finding growth within this path, this purpose, this plan that has been leading us on a North Nodal journey. A journey along the life path, along the way of self, way in which we've been leaving the past to embark on new journeys and new cycles of self. Give us one more card. Star in reverse. And I feel many of us might be lost at this time when it comes to clarity of how far we can go, or what this divine timing really means for us, or perhaps why things had to go this way, as if why things could never work out the way that they were. However, I feel this is still holding on to the past and rejecting some form of transformation. New thinking is required here when it comes to this give and take energy, feeding our emotional, spiritual selves, as well as utilizing that energy, that form, to take physical action as is required in leading with the intuition, standing in our truth. I feel will lend us more clarity as our path and our world begins to open up and we begin to transform by finding the strength to grow along our paths, to grow ourselves, as well as to grow spiritually. This is what I have for the message, collective. Jorah, if you're still here, I've got a general for you. Feel free to post. Say I'm still here or something like that. And we can read for you. I will read for you. Hey, if you want that read, you can get a read. P+. All you gotta do is ask. You're here for the vibes, I respect that too. It looks like Jorah's here. Somebody's here. If it's not Jorah, I don't know who. Feel free to speak. I tell you all right. I was gonna go ahead anyway. All right, I got you, Jorah. You know, I'm always meant to connect with somebody, so I'm glad that you made the stream, Jorah. We do what we do over here. Cool, I've got you. Gonna read for Jorah. Gonna read this general. If you didn't catch the reading today, I'm sorry, right? Sorry you didn't get a chance to catch it, but you know, we're gonna be here. Definitely like, subscribe, notify. We're gonna continue to do our thing, right? We did get that High Priestess energy came back. All right. So I do sense an inner confliction, first thing first here, Jorah, between this Queen of Cups energy and a Queen of Swords energy. It's as though part of us wants to follow our emotions, maybe what's comfortable or what brings us peace, what we feel like we feel. But I feel as though another part of us is conflicted, as though we want to go with what we know, even though maybe we feel like neither one of us serves or is exactly where we want it to be, as though we know that there is more, and we know that we seek or desire to feel something more, as though we know more is possible when it comes to a heart space and a thought or mind space. However, we're pulled, conflicted, not sure which to serve. Is it the heart or the head? The head or the heart? With Nine of Wands, it might feel as though everything that we've done has worked against us. Although I feel as though we've been going with what we have known internally is the right space. But with these twos here, I feel this has been teaching us some sort of divine lesson when it comes to an inner knowing or self-confidence struggle here. I feel as though the lesson here has been to trust ourselves more, trusting the process, our intuition, knowing our truth, walking the path because the path must be walked in order to reach our destination, or in order to embody the sort of journey that we seek to fulfill or lead. Again, there's an aspect of divine timing here between the past and the present. Something has set us up here for taking this leap of blind faith in order to find this emotional stillness. Here we have water and air personified as the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords here in reverse. There's something to be said about trusting oneself, that our conflicts with the past have led us into some sort of growth space here, leading us to a point where now it is time to move forward into the unknown, to trust in the self, and to find that emotional surety in order to walk a blind path as though we've had to manifest, or the time has come to step forward with intuition and courage off of having grown through some sort of discernment or understanding of all of the growth that this self-reliance or self-leading would grant us or guide us, especially when it comes to building a sort of life that we want to have for ourselves. This Page of Wands in reverse with the High Priestess, it's as though we know we cannot half step here. That nothing but a sincere faith will benefit us here, as though we cannot embark or engage on this path or in this mission with any sort of reluctance or hesitancy. I feel as though we've tried that and have felt burdened or perhaps ganged up upon, in, I feel, others not seeing our way, maybe lacking some sort of understanding from others, a lack of faith, understanding, or belief. However, I feel we've held on to this path, this vision, this new cycle, this journey, this passion here. Again, this inner knowing that some sort of growth is held within our truth or the journey that we're meant to take. I feel that is what this divine timing is about, because I feel as though time has run out and that a decision or a choice must occur when it comes to embodying the essence of our truest self. This is where I feel discernment is required in telling what is your truth between the truths of others, ways in which others would only pull you back or pull you down, as though to make you second guess in order to fall back into old ways or fall into theirs, to offer you some sort of approval by putting you down. However, I feel as though you're in the right state of mind, that this discernment has led you to a place where now it is time to, or now you are taking a leap of blind faith. You are working with the inner emotional self, that which you cannot see, in order to build something that you know is possible. I simply feel that the time for anything less than a full commitment within the mental space, the emotional space, or the action, passion space is no longer sustainable. And that in order to manifest, in order to build and to walk this journey, this path of inner knowing, that all these things must be in alignment here, And that within this divine timing, that your time has come to step out and to step in to yourself, into this journey of self, and to realize a sort of perhaps uncomfortable truth that will only get more comfortable as you proceed along. As you manifest and garner greater strength along this way, that slowly but surely you are proving yourself right. Looking back and seeing how far you've come, feeling proud of the actions you've taken, as well as the new emotional place and stability that you have found in choosing to act towards self and to fulfill self, instead of being pressured into growing apart from within and to falling into the temptations and cycles or habits of others, forging something new, going your own way. I feel this is where this inner fortitude of this ideal that you set forth is allowing you to lead a charge when it comes to your path, your journey, and that what you're really building is an emotional stamina or intellectual fortitude to go within, to listen to self, and to grow through something uncomfortable beyond others' expectations. That your time has come to take this leap of blind faith and to build what is truly yours. I feel as though this is the source of this unrest. And perhaps knowing that we're being called to go this way, and that the time is ran thin or dry. And I feel as though this uncertainty will move to discomfort or displeasure if we do not go along with this intuition or sense of growth in the higher self. What's going on, Melody? I feel that is what's allowing us to grow in a way that challenges others, as well as the self. However, I feel the more you grow, the more comfort and peace you find, the more strength you build, and the more sure of this path you will become. That's what I have for you. Advice forward. Hermit in reverse. In reverse, I get this 11 energy, as though we're reconnecting with our path or our calling, which is, instead of making us lonely, rejoining us with an aspect of a higher self. As though we're not simply going it alone, but instead going with ourselves, our higher selves, our higher knowing. And in this we are accompanied with the self-assurance. I feel as though this is confidence or surety or peace. I feel as though we won't be lonely for long in a space like this, in a growth space just like this. Again, with this accumulation of strength, this inner knowing, I feel as though what was once, or what once seemed difficult or hard, becomes easy and natural. And is building within us a certain kind of confidence or surety. I do. It is a late night. It's a late night, so I got that smooth velvet on. Zora, I'm gonna leave it at 1. I am gonna leave it at 1. Definitely catch us on the next one. If you wish to donate, that is your business. But I do leave it at 1, so that way we can have as much opportunity as possible for the people. Melody, if you'd like a reading, please feel free. We're getting close to that time. I have 10 minutes left. You're welcome, Jora. What would you like? Love, what is your question? All right. Alright, only appropriate we open up with the energy cards. Alright, thank you, Father. What is Jonas's current energy towards melody? Separation. Energy is present. Initiation. Strength. Interesting. And with this separation, it could be some sort of ending or an unwilling to separate from some sort of foundation or baser aspect. Unable to leave old ways. I feel as though this energy may be struggling with leaving behind some old aspects of the self. With initiation, perhaps, this individual may be beginning, however, to embark into some sort of transformation, making a decision to find some sort of calling or higher aspect of self. Trying to understand themselves. In order to manifest some sort of strength. By letting something go. However, this strength may be letting go of a certain cycle. I feel as though new changes are occurring. But this individual is needing to manifest some sort of strength through some sort of separation, letting go of the past, or an old connection, perhaps to self. We have lovers in the reverse. Qualifying the separation energy, I feel as though this individual is letting go of something that they are not in love with anymore. Or as though this individual is brokenhearted or cannot love. I feel as though this individual is conflicted in this way, feeling split in two, unable to access their deeper heart space, as though something is only surface, or they have a very surface mind that they simply can't shake or get out of when it comes to perceptions of the self or an unshakable ego. However, I do feel as though this individual is trying to shed a skin or find a deeper way, find a new way within, and finding the strength to come out of this space that doesn't serve, that they themselves are tired of running, or tired of chasing their tail. Always chasing their shadow side, but coming up short in the process. However, I feel things aren't going according to plan. Instead, I feel this individual is failing to take flight, or is perhaps cutting themselves short, ending things before they have even begun, as though when things get hard, they simply give up, or fall into an easier energy, back into a past energy. That this individual is still yet to fully commit to self, into the depth of knowledge and inner truth that's required in order to make some sort of escape. I feel as though this individual is unable to take flight or break some sort of foundation. I feel this individual is unhappy but unwilling to shed some sort of mask. And this is why they're stuck or still blocked. Because this individual has yet to change. In order to accept some sort of truth, a hard truth, when it comes to making a decision and ending things. I feel as though this individual is stuck, sitting in hangman energy, unable to make a decision in order to have some sort of separation or ending from a loveless connection or situation. This is where I feel the foundation is weak for what they say they want, or for making some sort of change, because this individual is undecided, lacking clarity, or strength when it comes to taking a new path or going in a new direction. I feel this individual knows they want this, but is afraid to make a decision. Feeling stuck in some sort of illusion. I feel it may be more comfortable for this person to simply stay where they are, to play both sides of the field. I feel as though this way they think that they can have it all. By not having to make some sort of choice. Playing parties to both sides, however, I feel time is running out. Hi, ID. How you doing? Yes, I definitely feel like there's a stuck energy here. Stuck within a loveless connection, to be sure. Unable to break free. What's going on, Aries? How y'all doing? Great to have y'all. You know, sometimes you gotta save something more for the future. I promised an hour. I am committed to an hour, although it is beautiful to see all of y'all join. We are going to continue to do these lives, continue to do more readings, put more messages out. I definitely advise you to check out the collective message and take whatever resonates, whatever fits. I definitely look forward to reading more in the future as the channel picks up its pace. We'll end on melody tonight, however. That collective message is there for y'all. In the meantime, definitely like, subscribe, and notify. I do want to finish for you, Melody. I have just a little more here. I feel as though this individual feels they cannot end this connection because they feel as though this is somehow a part of their North Node. This is part of their destiny, this connection. I feel as though maybe this is why they had committed to it in the first place. Again, I feel this individual is tied or bound to this connection. Perhaps this is a karmic connection or a twin flame. There's some sort of lesson that must be learned through this pain. I feel as though there is some sort of lesson here. That this is North Nodal. Sensing this conflict, it's as though it's karmic or past life. Something this individual cannot let go or is having a hard time leaving undone, unfinished. And that they will need to see this out in order to have some sort of peace when it comes to the issue. This is where they feel that destiny has led them into this space of commitment. And they feel as though they cannot walk away, but they're trying to find purpose or reason within. In order to make sense out of why they were there in the first place. And this is the issue. I feel they simply do not have the strength to walk away from it, from what may be a toxic or karmic kind of space for them. They simply feel this was meant to be. And they cannot say no, no matter how hard they try. Because they feel stuck. Unable to move forward without letting something go. Again, I feel as though this may be some sort of insecurity. And losing maybe a part of themselves that is tied up, that is bound within this connection. I do sense that they want to leave, but I'm also feeling a part of them feels they cannot go. Or perhaps even feels guilty over what they would be doing to the other person, breaking somebody's heart, and they simply cannot do so, trying to remain faithful, perhaps to a commitment that I feel they feel they are losing alignment with, and are perhaps blaming themselves. Trying to make sense out of a path they once took for granted, in order to find or initiate some deeper meaning, perhaps even manifesting some sort of strength and trying to renew some sort of vows. Especially when it comes to this commitment energy. This is what I see. This is what I have, Melody. Actions forward in a final outcome. Distant journey. Communication on the bottom. Decay on the bottom. I feel as though this individual cannot end things between either of you. I get a strong sense of a double life. Again, perhaps not wanting to disappoint you or lead either of you on. This individual simply cannot make up their mind. However, I feel the further this goes on, the more split this individual will become. Tormented, I feel, and wanting to live two lives. Simply wanting both, but I feel having the mastery or control over neither. That one's heart may be in one way and one's spirit or conscience may be torn in another. Ever being split away. Or reconciling the two. I feel this individual will have a hard or difficult time ending things with either of you because they simply cannot make the decision or even communicate this harsh truth. That's what I have. Thank you for your question, Melody. I definitely hope you got some value from that. Thank you. You're welcome. I do wish you best of luck in your situation, all of you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Special thanks to the Brother Plus, P Plus Radio, for never giving up, for always being a brother. And much love right back. Much love to all of y'all. If you enjoyed this reading, definitely like, subscribe, stay notified. Let us know how we did down in the comments below. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.